Hi everybody, happy Tuesday. Welcome to Nighttime with Nina and my super triangular hair. Everybody's hair is doing weird things right now while we are waiting patiently for a day when it will be safe again to get our hair cut. So here is the story, and this story is called The Frog Who Wanted to Be a Singer. Well, friends, I've got a question for you. Have you ever been frustrated? That's right, I said frustrated. Tell the truth now. How do you tell when you are frustrated? Do you feel angry? Do you feel sad? Sometimes you can't sleep, and sometimes you don't want to wake up. You are frustrated. Well then, here's a story for you. The Frog Who Wanted to Be a Singer. There's this little frog who's feeling mighty bad, mighty sad, mighty mad, and mighty frustrated. Now, there's nothing wrong in being a frog, but this particular frog feels that he has talent. You see, he wants to be a singer, and in this particular forest where this particular frog lives, frogs don't sing. Only the birds are allowed to sing. For a while, the frog is cool. He stays to himself and practices on his lily pad, jumping up and down, singing to himself. But one day, all this frustration begins to swell inside of him, and he says to himself, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of holding all of this inside me. I've got talent. I want to sing. I can sing, and I'm going to be a singer. Frog decides to tell his parents about his dream. Now, they never heard of a frog being a singer, but they want him to be happy. So they encourage him and say, son, we are behind you 100%. If that's what you want to be, then go right ahead. You'll make us very proud. This makes Frog feel so good, he decides to share the news with his friends. He jumps over to the other side of the pond and says, hey gang, I got something to tell you. Great, they replied. You got some flies we can eat? No, not flies. I got talent. I'm going to be a singer. Fool, are you crazy, says one friend. Frogs don't sing in this place. You better keep your big mouth shut. They laugh at Frog, so he jumps back over to his own lily pad. Frog feels mighty bad, mighty sad, mighty mad, and mighty frustrated. He rocks back and forth and thinks about what to do. Finally, he says to himself, I know, I'll talk to the birds. Maybe they'll let me join their singing group. He gathers up his confidence and hip-hops over to the bird's house and knocks on their trunk. The head bird flies to the window and says, oh, it's the frog. How may we help you? Frog feels a little shy and begins to chew on his tongue. Well, you see, says Frog, I'd like to join your singing group. That's wonderful, said the head bird. You may help us carry our worms. Worms, said Frog. That's not exactly what I had in mind. I want to sing with your group. Sing? An ugly-looking thing like you sing with us delicate creatures, said the head bird. Out, out, out you go. And with that, the birds flutter around Frog and throw him right out the door. When Frog gets home, he wants to cry. He wants to give up, but he doesn't. Instead, he just practices and practices and practices. Then he begins to think. The birds sing every night at the Big Time Weekly concert, but it's Fox who's in charge. And with one big leap, Frog jumps over to Fox's place. Brother Fox, it's me, Frog. I want to talk to you. Now, Fox really doesn't have time to be bothered by a frog. Quick, 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 what do you want? Said the fox. I want to sing at a concert this Friday night, said Frog. A frog? Sing? Are you crazy with that gravelly voice? Get out of here, quick, quick, quick. Please, Brother Fox, just give me a chance. Said Fox, shifting his eyes. I can always use an opening act. Show up Friday at 8 o'clock. Oh, the frog is happy. He is going to do his thing. He's going to present himself to the world. Monday rolls around, Tuesday rolls around, Wednesday rolls around, Thursday rolls around, and finally it is Friday. Frog is so excited he bathes all day. He scrubs his little green fingers and his little green toes. He combs his hair, parts it in the middle, and slicks down the sides. Then he looks down at his reflection in the pond, smiles, and says, I am beautiful. Tonight I am going to do my thing. Soon it is 7 o'clock, and then it is 7:30, and then it is 7:45, and there is Frog standing backstage. Frog is so scared that his legs won't stop shaking. His stomach is feeling really queasy. Just then, Brother Fox strolls on stage to the crowd. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Tonight we have a wonderful show for you. Introducing, for your entertainment, the frog who thinks he's a singer. Let's give him a big hand. Mama and Papa Frog clap as loudly as they can, but all the other animals roar with laughter. Frog hops onto the stage and takes the microphone. Slowly he says, for my first number, But before Frog can put a period at the end of the sentence, Elephant stands up, pulls down a pineapple, and throws it right at Frog. Oh, gulps Frog. The other animals begin throwing coconuts, mangoes, and bananas. Some of them shout, boo, boo, get off stage. Frogs can't sing. Now that poor little frog has to run for his life. Brother Fox rushes back on the stage. Okay, calm down. Just trying out our comic routine. Now we have some real talent for your enjoyment. Presenting the birds who can really sing. The crowd claps as the birds fly onto the stage, their heads held high. They chirp, tweet, and whistle, causing the audience to fall into a soft, peaceful nod. This is more like it, whispers Elephant. Everyone is resting quietly except Frog, who's tired of being pushed around. He's tired of being frustrated. He leaps over Brother Fox and hops back onto the stage. I came here to sing my song tonight, and that's what I'm going to do, he announces. Frog takes a deep breath, and in the style of what we now call Boogie Woogie, he bellows out, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Frog bops his head around as though it were a jazzy saxophone. His fingers move as though they were playing a funky bass fiddle. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-dee. And he just went crazy with singing. Elephant opens one eye. Then she opens the other eye. Then she roars. I can't make an elephant noise. I do love that sound. She swings her hips from side to side and does a dance that we now call the bump. Suddenly, Lion jumps from his seat. I love it. He shakes his body this way and that way and every which way, now doing a dance we call the twist. Soon the snakes are boogalooing, and the giraffes are doing the jerk, the hyenas do the slop, and the fox does the mashed potatoes. Even the birds want to join in. We want to dooba-dooba too. Tweet, 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 dooba, tweet, 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 dooba. Everybody's getting into the act of Frog's amazing music. Now the whole forest is rocking. The joint is jumping. The animals are snapping their fingers and doing something they've never done before. They're dancing. Wow, Frog, shouts Brother Fox. You are a genius. You have given us something new. From then on, Frog is allowed to sing every Friday night at the Big Time Weekly Concert. And as my granddaddy used to say, that is how rhythm and blues was born. The Big Time Weekly Concert, starring the frog who wanted to be a singer, sold out. The end. And this is just a little backstage notes. I really like this. The dooba dooba that Frog sings in this story is a boogie woogie tune. As the saying goes, the boogie woogie isn't nothing but the blues with dancing shoes on. A fast-paced, upbeat rhythm, it makes you want to snap your fingers and stomp your feet. Boogie woogie is a form of blues piano music popularized during the 1930s by the Boogie Woogie Trio, pianists Meade Lux Lewis, Albert Ammons, and Pete Johnson. The blues itself is rooted in Africa and is the foundation of American popular music. It was created by African Americans from the cotton fields, farm areas, cypress swamps, and backwoods of the South, especially along the Mississippi Delta. Musical forms and styles such as country blues, classic blues, city blues, urban blues, ragtime, boogie woogie, Harlem stride, jazz, rhythm and blues, also known as R&B, rock and roll, rap, and pop music all grew out of the blues. The blues tells us a story and expresses feelings of pain and joy. It allows one to improvise and be spontaneous. The blues awaken the creativity in our souls. I really like this book. I think it's really cool. It's a story of Black music told by a Black author and a Black illustrator. And I think this is really important. That's one of the things I like doing with Nighttime with Nina, is highlighting different stories from different people. I can't tell all the stories. I've only lived one experience. But when you try to find books written by people who don't look like you, who live in a different place from you, that's when you're really going to open your mind. So I hope that as the libraries open back up and you can go to the library, maybe specifically search out books by authors of color, books by somebody of a different gender than you, books by people with disabilities, books by people who are much, much older than you, or books about their past. Try to find books by people who are so different from you. That is how you're going to expand your mind and learn more about the rest of the world. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow for another Nighttime with Nina. Good night.